Okay, so I was supposed to do this video like a few days ago and I recorded it, but I noticed I was like muted halfway through, so GG. I'm actually gonna make sure I'm not right now. Okay, hopefully I don't fuck it, but anyway, so this is just a guide on how to accurately benchmark, because, or accurate enough for purposes to compare packs, because a lot of people are still using the in-game bench, and the in-game bench is very inconsistent. Like, it is just fucked. This might, I don't know, it's either gonna be a very rushed guide or very like longer than it should be, so forgive me for that, but I've had to re-record this like 2 to 3 times, so I'm kind of over it. But so you're gonna need 2 things. You're gonna need oh, also the in-game bench gets fucked with packs, so it's kind of hard to compare. It's like not possible really. So we're gonna be using, we need a replay code, so I'll put the replay code in the description, but you also need to download FrameView and CapFrameX, which are both on Google, very easy to download, very easy to set up. So once you have both, then first you want to set up FrameView, so open FrameView. I swear I have it open. Okay, yeah. So first, you're gonna want to use scroll lock for your benchmark hotkey. If you can't use scroll lock because you're on a 60% keyboard like me, F10 in game will actually swap to the replay, and we need to spectate someone that has 0 deaths, because otherwise it will cause random spikes and inconsistencies in the replay when you die. It's just how Rivals works. But anyway, you need to set capture duration for this replay I'm going to use, and I'll update it with new replay code probably. Capture delay to 4 seconds, capture duration to 230 seconds, and just copy everything else here. But the folder, you want to, now after this is done, you want to open CapFrameX. I think, I don't know if I have it open or not. I don't think I did. Oh, okay, well mine takes forever to open, but give it a second. So we need to match the folder file paths. Why is it not opening? Yeah, okay, whatever. We need to match the folder file paths. So in here, so that CapFrameX can read it. So in here I have it set to here. So you can set them to both whatever folder, it doesn't matter. But for FrameView, I would like open this folder, copy the file path, and just move it over to the CapFrameX one so that it can read the new info. I changed my folders. I'm not going to do it just because I don't want to right now. I have some other reason for it to be in a different folder, but you want to make the matches the point so that CapFrameX can read your FrameView analysis or CSV files, whatever. So there might be a little thing up here that you have to click when you first download. It confused me at first. I had no clue why I couldn't use the program a while ago. But anyway, so now close CapFrameX after you do that. You want to close everything actually. You want to close everything like Discord, no Spotify. For purposes of just recording, I'm not gonna, because I'm not actually gonna record a bench right now. I'm just gonna tell you how to. So close everything really. You don't want to keep anything open except for FrameView during your bench. So the next thing you're gonna do, go here, go to favorites, match replays, and you're gonna search for this replay ID. I will put, it's this one. I will put this replay on screen, and I'll also put it in the description of the video. So you want to go here, go in the replay. Wait, this is the wrong one. I'm so dumb. Here we go. So you're gonna spectate me because in this game I had 0 deaths, and that's really, like, you need, as long as the game has 0 deaths and you only record 1 point, it's fine. So the capture duration is because we want it to only record from here to here. I always close the bar. I don't know the effect of the bar on the bench, but I'm schizo, I guess. So anyway, you want to get towards 0.0 seconds, pause it, and then go to your FrameView and make sure you have your benchmark hotkey. Like, it says F10, but I'm not using F10. So what you want to do is you want to, if you're on 60% keyboard and can't access the scroll lock, because if I'm in game and I hit F10, I'll go to a different POV of someone that has a death rate. And I don't know if input actually affects the replay. Anyway, so what you want to do is you want to open Notepad. If you can't use the scroll lock, you want to open Notepad, and you want to open, I think it's, can I just go to File Explorer, Local Disk, Program Files, NVIDIA Corporation, FrameView, and find the settings.ini. Now click it, right click it, copy as path, close that. Go back to the notepad that you opened as administrator, click open, and then set the file name right here and paste it, hit open, and otherwise it won't let you edit it. For me, 220 is like, I think slash, / I think. You want to set it to any key on your keyboard. You'd have to look up the key code for each key on the keyboard. L was 1, I don't even remember, but default is 145, I think. Then hit File, Save, and reopen FrameView. So now that you're here, you're going to hit whatever benchmark key you have and then immediately unpause. It'll run its course if you set the capture time correctly, and about here, I think, it'll end it, and you will get I think your overlay will come back up. It'll disappear during the benchmark, and it should also like make an audible noise unless you turn it off. So after that, let's say you get your benchmark done. I hope I'm not missing anything. I'm trying to make this quick. So after that, make sure it ends. Once it does end, which it should by default, like automatically if you set the settings correctly, you're gonna open CapFrameX back up, and you want to go to here. These should load if your folders are correctly matched. So then go to Analysis. I don't know why it's taking so long to load. It always says that. And then you want to click on the one you just benchmarked. What I do is in between each run of comparing something, I will click here and add a comment and then change the name of it. So your results in here will be lower than the game benchmark because they read the results differently, and it's this is more accurate to real gameplay. So you want to go here and then make sure you check remove outliers, because the game has it's so dumb. The game has inconsistencies in everything really. But so after this, you can just you mainly want to look at the average 1% lows and 0.1% lows. I will say the 1% lows are the main metric you want to look at, 100%. So if I compare this to, say, this one I did with the GDM off on a maybe different pack a while ago, you can see the 1% lows are probably lower on this. Okay, I would say 2 FPS is margin of error, right? But like some of these have lower results, I think. Am I wrong? I swear, see, like 294, I would say that's definitely a reduction. So the reason is that this is very consistent most of the time. So like here, without like here, you can see I did this. This is an old one before I was doing it only first point. You can see there's a huge drop and inconsistencies between this during the pick screens and other screens like the loading stuff. If you die, it does the same thing. Whereas on this one, you can see it does not do that. Right, it's a lot more consistent. So that's really all you have to do. And then you can use the comparison tool as well, but it doesn't show as much data. Also, you can compare your PCL. You want to be on the most recent frame view if you are comparing your PCL, which is your latency. So like between this one, you can see PCLs here. These aren't like the worst like ways to measure. I wouldn't use them that much. It's mainly the 1% low is what I just told you. So remove outliers on. You can go to the comparison tool, like I said, if you want, and I think if you double click, I never use this, so you can double click and add one, and then do the same thing for the other one, and it's like, I'm sure you've seen these benchmark pictures before, right? You can see it's not that different between these two. It should be relatively, unless you are unstable, then it should be relatively accurate. Also, you want to, if you're testing between packs, if you're testing between something like DLSS and no DLSS, it's fine to keep the game open and just change it and then reopen the replay, right? But if you're changing a complete different pack, then what I would do, I would definitely clear shaders. You can use in-game, it's fine really. You can go to display, you can go to restart, and then restart your game. That's good enough for comparing packs. If you are like crazy schizo about being 100% accurate, you can use DDU and the clear shader option, which I mentioned in a previous video, to be 100% accurate each time. The only reason you will get inconsistencies really is if you do it wrong, human error, what else? Your system slightly being unstable / fluctuating, temperature issues, pretty much what would normally make your system unstable. So you can do this for any replay really. It's just the thing is you need to make sure that the time between the 0 and before the end of the round, of first round or second round, whatever, is the right capture time, because otherwise you'll hit this screen, right? And that's gonna mess up your benchmark. So that's the main way to be consistent. You want it to be a zero death game, like I said. I don't know how long I've been recording for. It shouldn't be too bad, maybe 10 minutes? 9 minutes, okay, I can talk for a minute. So that's like the main thing. I think that is the main thing. I'm not really going to look into why the packs make the in-game benchmark worse, because the in-game benchmark already sucks and inflates your numbers. The characters move very inconsistently, etc. Do note that a pack that may work a lot better for someone else is going to work differently for you, likely. Depends on if you're GPU bound, you're CPU bound, how your Windows is configured, your BIOS. So many different things go into it that I can't even explain it. A lot of things that I don't know, right? People think we know everything about computers, but we don't know everything. So, I mean, honestly, just use what works best for you. If someone says differently, then that may help them, but it probably won't help you. So, like, for example, I wouldn't run, like, ultra... For me, it might be more beneficial to run, like, ultra potato graphics because I'm on a 9800X3D with a 5070, so I'm GPU bound, right? But for someone that's heavily CPU bound, doing that and reducing textures and making the potato game, which a lot of people misconstrue it, and they think that if you are like just reducing your graphics, like lowering them, then it's just going to boost FPS, which yes, it does to an extent for a lot of people. But the main thing is not like just stripping it away in most games, it's just shifting the workload. So you're just going to be seeing a lot of your workload. The lower graphics, typically, I will say lower graphics will be shifted more towards your CPU, whereas higher ones obviously are going to be shifted towards your graphics card, which is more made for dealing with harder graphics in 1440p games, etc. So if you're like setting it to potato or using LOD bias settings to make it look like literally disgusting, which I would never play on anyway, but if you're doing that, you may actually just be nerfing your performance instead of actually gaining anything, and vice versa as well. Like, so if you're playing on a CPU bound system, like I said, it may actually be worth raising your graphics. If your graphics card can handle it, then you may actually perform better with upping your graphics, because in game, and I've seen, or through config, either son or pack, I've seen a lot of instances of that. I know Fruitvac actually, he gets worse performance with the mid-map LOD bias at 15, and also like super, potato garbage disgusting graphics compared to yeah, and that's because he's CPU bound, right, like I was saying. So yeah, take everything with like a grain of salt at that point. Just, if you can critically think, you should be fine. I think that's kind of all I have to actually talk about, but I hope this helps. I'm just trying to think in my head if there's anything else to talk about. Got the frame view. Yeah, I think we're good. Good luck benchmarking, guys, and I'm not gonna really take, if someone sends me an in-game benchmark, I'll just direct them to this video. I'm not really gonna take it seriously otherwise, because my best performing pack in-game for me says it's worse than one of my like early ones, and it's just not when you compare it with an actual capture analysis tool. You can also use boring boredoms on GitHub's tool, but that's more complicated to use than CapFrameX, and I'm making this for the general audience, so you should be fine for main purposes, really. Anyway, good luck, guys.